Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez weren't just a celebrity couple, they were a public coming-of-age story. The world watched them grow up together, break apart, reunite, and ultimately walk separate paths. Their relationship unfolded under pressure most adults would struggle to survive, let alone teenagers. When it ended, it didn't conclude neatly. There was no final statement that satisfied everyone. Just distance. Growth. Silence. Years passed. Both moved forward. Lives changed. Priorities shifted. But first loves, especially ones lived publicly, don't disappear. They transform. And this video feels like transformation, not resurrection. There's something about Christmas that lowers emotional defenses. It invites reflection. Old memories resurface uninvited. People you haven't thought about in years suddenly feel close. Justin's video leans into that emotional reality. Rather than celebrating joy outwardly, it turns inward. It acknowledges that happiness can coexist with memory. That peace doesn't require forgetting. One particular moment stands out. Justin looks directly into the camera, not intensely, but thoughtfully. It's not a stare, it's recognition. As if he's acknowledging something both personal and universal. We've all had someone like that. Someone who changed us without staying. If this video had been released a decade earlier, it might have felt like longing or regret. But in 2025, it feels different. Justin is older now. Grounded. No longer chasing understanding, he has it. That maturity reshapes the narrative. This isn't about wanting the past back. It's about honoring it without reopening it. The emotion in the song doesn't ache, it settles. And that distinction matters. Perhaps the most telling part of this moment is what didn't happen. Selena Gomez didn't respond. No cryptic post. No reaction. Some memories don't announce themselves. They don't knock loudly or demand attention. They arrive softly, like snow falling at night, unnoticed until the ground is already covered. That is how Justin Bieber's Christmas 2025 video arrived. No dramatic rollout. No headlines screaming controversy. No interviews explaining meaning. Just a song. A video. And a feeling that lingered long after the final note faded. Within hours of its release, fans across the world felt something familiar stirring beneath the calm surface of the holiday visuals. It wasn't sadness. It wasn't scandal. It was recognition, the quiet kind that doesn't need proof. And almost instinctively, one name began to surface in conversations, comments, and late-night posts. Selena Gomez. Justin never said her name. He didn't need to. The memory spoke for itself. From the opening seconds, it's clear this isn't a typical holiday release. There are no bright colors or exaggerated cheer. The palette is muted, soft whites, gentle golds, winter blues. Snow falls slowly, not romantically dramatic, but steady and real. Sometimes he's by a window, watching the world from a distance. Sometimes he's seated at a piano, fingers hovering but not playing, as if the music already exists somewhere deeper than sound. The camera doesn't rush him. It waits. That patience is important. Because this video isn't trying to entertain, it's trying to remember. To an outsider, the idea might sound like projection. But to longtime fans, the emotional language is unmistakable. There are visual callbacks, subtle ones. Handwritten notes. A lingering shot of folded paper tucked inside a book. Soft lighting that mirrors aesthetics from an earlier era of Justin's life. Even the pacing feels familiar, echoing a time when his music was raw, unguarded, and emotionally exposed. Selena Gomez was part of that era. Not just as a girlfriend, but as a chapter in his becoming. When you grow up in public, the people who walk beside you during that time leave fingerprints that never fully fade. They shape how you love, how you hurt, how you heal. This video feels like an acknowledgement of that truth. The song itself is the heartbeat of the video. It doesn't follow traditional Christmas formulas. There's no explosive chorus, no forced cheer. Instead, the melody moves gently, almost cautiously, as if stepping through memory rather than celebration. The lyrics avoid specifics. Justin sings about love learned too early, about words left unsaid, about forgiveness that arrives long after pain has softened. Winter becomes a metaphor not for loneliness, but for clarity. A season where everything slows down enough for truth to surface. His voice is restrained. Controlled. There's no attempt to impress vocally. Instead, he lets silence do some of the work. Pauses linger. Breath is audible. Emotion lives in the restraint. It sounds less like a performance and more like a private reflection accidentally shared with the world. And that's why it hits. No commentary. And in that silence, fans found peace rather than tension. Because silence, when rooted in healing, isn't avoidance, it's closure. It suggests mutual understanding. A shared acknowledgement that the story has been told, learned from, and respectfully placed in the past. Unlike earlier moments tied to their history, this one didn't erupt into controversy. Instead, fans shared memories. Stories. Reflections of their own first loves. People talked about relationships that shaped them but didn't last. About gratitude without attachment. The video became a mirror. It wasn't about Justin and Selena anymore, it was about everyone who's ever loved deeply and grown beyond it. If this video is remembrance, it feels like a final one. There's no tension left. No unresolved emotion. Just acceptance. That's rare in celebrity narratives, especially ones so emotionally charged. Most stories are left open-ended, milked for speculation. This one feels complete. A quiet thank you. A respectful nod. A memory wrapped in snow. Justin Bieber didn't say her name. He didn't explain himself. He trusted the audience to feel what he felt. And that trust created something rare, an emotional connection without spectacle. The video doesn't ask viewers to mourn. It invites them to remember. As the video ends, snow continues to fall. The room remains still. The song fades without drama. And what lingers isn't sadness. It's understanding. That love doesn't have to last forever to matter forever, that growth doesn't erase the past, it refines it, that some stories are beautiful precisely because they ended. This Christmas 2025, Justin Bieber didn't reopen an old chapter. He closed it gently. And in doing so, reminded the world that the most powerful memories aren't the loudest ones, but the ones we carry quietly, long after the song is over.